Hello and welcome back to another one of these Five Nights at Freddy's cover-alongs. Today we're tackling FNAF 3, probably my most hated, so I'm gonna just try to breeze through this with y'all and hopefully get to the end in the fast possible. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see y'all in the recording. So here we are in FNAF 3, and FNAF 3, for those of you who don't know, it just revolves around the camera and the watching where Springtrek is and hearing him. And the strat I use is actually a strat someone in my chat told me how to do. He said no one ever did it before. So this is, shoutouts to Felix, because this is your strat, and this was a fun strat to do, honestly. In my humble opinion, it was very fun to do. Once again, no timers. I'm gonna preach to the choir here, but the timers, I don't think they're legit, once again. But yeah. Anyway, so there you just saw me get scared by Phantom Foxy, and what I do pretty much is this whole strat revolves around getting that scare out of the way early, because for the rest the strat revolves around that. And in case you didn't know, every time you shut and close your monitor, on the left side, if you scroll over, Foxy has like a 1 in 10 chance of spawning. So, and Phantom animatronics, when they jump scare you, they only jump scare you once a night. Not many people know that, but they can only do it once. So if you ever get jump scared in this game, just know that character can't jump scare you again. All the other ones can, but that one can't. So we get that out of the way for the rest of the night. And then next comes the majority of this you're going to see is just me sitting here staring at a staticky screen. And pretty much what this strat revolves around is that staticky screen. Because when he moves locations, just like any other Five Nights at Freddy's, when someone moves locations, it gets staticky. And in that static, you can like see how it got very white and then went back to dark. See how it got very white there? See right there? That means he's moving into 2. And in the background, you should be hearing a whistle. The whistle comes when he's at camera 5 and below. But the whistle gets louder when he gets to camera 2. And that is very important to this whole strategy. So that louder whistle on camera 2 tells you he's in camera 2. But if you don't see the static show up, then he has bypassed 2 and is probably in that hallway staring at you at your door. So that's why the static looking is very important. You have to look at the static, and you have to know when he's changing it. He's on 2 right now, and I'll be saying he's on 2 and stuff like that, and he's leaving 2. And see, I'm not fixing the video error because I don't need it. I just need to look for the static, right? If I didn't have static, I could just look for him, but it's just wasting a resource that I don't really need to waste. I don't really need to reboot the camera, so it's kind of a waste of my resources to reboot it, right? So, pretty much, you're just staying on that cam 2, and the vent, you are closing that cam 2 vent. There's a vent that connects it. You can see him in, like, a little bit darker gray. But yeah, that's those vents you want to close right up at the beginning of the night. Your steps are like close vent, trigger that Foxy jump scare, and then just camp on camera 2. That's the whole strategy, just camping on camera 2. And sometimes Springtrap is a bit weird in this. He will go away from camera 2. Like if you ping camera 2, he'll go backwards, so it'll get quieter, and then he'll go to like camera 6, presumably to try to get into another vent. But that's why you always have to lure him back to camera 5. And once he's in camera 5, you know that nothing he can do from there can immediately kill you. But that is a problem with the vents, because you have to listen. And if he climbs in you want to keep playing your audio on 2 no matter what. But if he does go away and you stop hearing that little ringing, you have to get him to 5 as soon as possible, because otherwise you're going to be going through a blind with your video error, and he could climb in events and be at your office, and you will be fucked. But for when he's below 5, he doesn't technically get in a vent, and if you don't see static on 2, you know he's not in that 2 vent. He's in the 3 or the 4 vent. I forget which vent. I forget where the vent is on the camera, whether it's at 3 or 4. It doesn't really matter, but you have to always be listening for that, and that's why this revolves around camera 2. And if he ever shows up in the hallway, see how Freddy's walking by? If he shows up in that hallway, that's the hallway right above the U. So it's between camera 2 and camera 1. So if he goes in that hallway, like if you hear it get louder and he's on 2, or you hear it get louder and he bypasses 2, and he's staring at you, you can do an audio cue at 2, and he can go back there. The problem is with that is there's a 1 in 7 chance that he doesn't adhere to the audio lure, which I have had happen to me more than I would like to admit. This run took me a while solely for the fact that I had to learn one of my chatters methods that literally no one had before, and him being a douchebag outside of that window, because he would just be an asshole and not move, and I would just screw up my whole night. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of the strat. You just camp around that vent too, listen for or look for the static, listen for that louder whistle, and just pay. You gotta pay attention. But FNAF 3 was always that kind of. It was fun for me to like get the mini games and all that, but the actual gameplay with Springtrap, I never really was a fan of. I mean, I always liked the FNAF 1, FNAF 2 style. You're sitting in the office, they're coming at you. You gotta pop off. FNAF 3 was always he's here and now he's not, and now it's just one animatronics. Nightmares were kind of scary. I mean, Puppet was the only one that actually got me, but honestly, it just the gameplay wasn't really what I like to see out of FNAF. But the Easter eggs and the saving the children was really good. And with that, I hope you enjoyed it, because I have officially done it, and I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye bye. Fuck yes! Eat my shit! Eat all over it! Fuck yes! Suck it! Fuck yes! Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Y'all were fucking yapping in the chat. I couldn't read any of it. I had to actually listen so hard, bro. Oh my god. Second mode in one day. Fuck yeah. Second, 420 mode. 4-star, baby. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Thank y'all. Holy shit. GG.